Until recently, if you wanted electronic suspension on your motorcycle, you'd be looking at 14, 15, 16,000 pounds and beyond. But CFMOTO says you don't have to spend that much. Today I'm at the independent, family-run dealership Smalley Cross Motorcycles in Derbyshire to take out their CFMOTO 800MT ES. On the road, this bike is £8,698 and it's bringing technology to riders that used to belong in an entirely different price bracket. So, is this the bargain of the century, or is there a catch somewhere? Let's ride it and see what it's all about. Right team, here we have it, the CFMOTO 800MT ES, and that ES is electronic suspension. So, if we start with this bike, let's start with the engine. At the heart of it we have a 799cc KTM derived parallel twin producing 89 brake horsepower and 75 Newton meters of torque. If we just rattle off some general statistics of this bike, the seat height is 825mm. Now I'm a 5'4" individual with a 29-inch inside leg measurement, or a 162cm individual with 73.66cm inside leg. And this is what it's like for me to sit on this bike. Now the seat is proper comfort and proper plush. So I actually found it deceptively low at that 825mm, even despite the fact that the seat is quite wide. So it's actually not that bad to sit on it at my height. Then one of the things I thought I might struggle with this bike, looking at it, because look at it, it looks like an absolute behemoth, is the weight. Now it's got a 231 kg wet weight. And if we just pan around it, it's all shoulders, it's all chest, it's all back end. It's a bit of a block of a bike, isn't it? Really, really girthy, really, really beefy. And I don't know, maybe a little bit Triumph Tiger-esque if you ask me. But this is kind of how I got on pushing this bike around as I was trying to set it up for my intro. It was quite busy with traffic, so you'll have to excuse people zipping on by. But actually, it's not that bad to push around. And also, one of the things that almost caught me out was when I first took this bike off the stand, when I was sitting on it, I hefted it up so hard that I almost threw myself over the other side because I expected it to be much heavier than it was. So that was very surprising and very deceptive given it looks the way it looks. Tank capacity on this beast, we've actually got 19 litres, so it's a respectable size for a touring bike. Does me head in when you get these bikes that are designed to tour and they've got like 14 to 16 litre tank. So yeah, a good strong 19 litres is what we want out of a bike like this, right? So it comes with spotlights as standard, it comes with these crash bars as standard, we've got LED lights all around as standard. We have an adjustable screen, it's a manually adjustable one. So you turn these and then you can push it down or up. Now I've actually ridden an hour before I've pulled up to do this little walk round, and I don't get on with the screen in the lowest position, which is weird for me because usually I like it in the lowest position. But I find that it really gives me a lot of buffeting, so to have it in the taller one, the taller setting, is still not perfect, but it does improve it. Seat, it looks real nice and soft and squishy, and it's heated as standard, although we don't need that on today because it feels like it's heated just because it's like 28 degrees and absolutely scorcheroo. We've got heated grips as standard as well, that's included in the price, and a quickshifter and auto blipper as well included. Ooh, not forgetting as well, TPMS, tyre pressure monitoring system on the bike, which is good also. Right, whilst we're here, let's talk about the brakes. As you can see, we've got some J. Juan calipers on the front, and we've also got them on the rear as well. We have twin 320mm discs at the front. On the rear we've got a 260mm disc. And then what's surprising about this bike is it's got an IMU as well, a 6-axis one. So we've got cornering traction control, cornering ABS as well. All for shy of £8,700. I think that's bloody bonkers. But one of the most impressive things about this bike and the highlight standout feature is this in the name ES electronic suspension. So what have we got? We've got 41mm KYB upside down forks. If we have a look here, we can see that these are electronic with the cheeky little wires that come out here. And then we have the KYB monoshock with a suspension cartridge here. Again, electronically adjustable. Put your teeth in. So if we switch it on, sorry for my paraphernalia, I should probably move that actually. Let's give you a clear view. Let's give you a clear view as you deserve. So if we look here, we've got an 8-inch screen. Now, do we have to, oh no, it's just a bit slow, that's all. I thought we might have had to fire it up to see the intricate details of it, but it's just a little snoozy. A little sleepy. Okay, so because it's a touch screen, use this system while observing traffic rules. Please stop the vehicle before touching the screen. Safety feature. And all that jazz. So it's automatically popped the map on, but I don't want that for this demonstration. So just drag it down. CFMOTO. This is what we want. So this is the main screen that you'll see. Right, you've got your odometer, you've got your fuel, you've got your range, you've got your time, you've got your revs, you've got your gear, because I'm on a hill, don't want to roll away. Then you've got your electronic suspension settings. So you've got two ways to adjust the electronic suspension on this. So if you press the function button, it'll take you to your mode. You can choose sport. It does go off quite quick, so you've got to act fast. Sport, rain. Engine not started. I think you've actually got to start the engine to go into more modes, such as all-terrain, where you do have the option to switch off all the ABS and all the traction control on this. So sport, we press function again, we get brightness. You can change the brightness of the screen, it's in auto. Grip heater, so you've got, again, engine not started, it's so that it doesn't drain the battery. But as you can see, you've got min, mid, max, press it again. You've got seat heating, min, mid, max, press it again. Damping settings, so you've got standard, comfort and sport for damping. It'll feel firmer in sport mode and hopefully take bumps a bit better. Comfort should feel a bit more ooh, and a bit more sloppier and just designed for a more, I don't know, just kind of gliding along experience. And then standard is just normal. You press function again. You go to preload settings, so solo ride, solo load, duo ride, and that just impacts the ride height and how much the suspension sags under weight. So basically, if you're just riding on your own, then you have it set to solo ride. If you're a particularly heavy person, you could even set it to solo load, like as if it's got panniers on. And then you've got duo ride and you've got duo load. So that's, you know, a pillion and a rider, or pillion, rider and luggage. So that does alter things. In fact, before we set off, we'll have a play around with that and see if it goes and like makes me poo my pantaloons because it just lifts up. Right, let's see what else there is. Back to sport. Here, this has a C if it's in comfort. It has an S if it's in sport. And it just says nothing if it's in standard. And then this is the preload setting there, so it's just set to 1, so single, solo, dolo rider. Cruise control, you have got that here, very basic, but that works there. So yeah, it's very hot, and I've got a lot to say about this bike, so let's get riding it. Let's get rocking and rolling, Sheila. Crikey team, you know, it's a hot day in the office when I've not got a buff on. Whew. It's so flipping hot. Right, I need to not make the mistake I did when I set off and nearly hoist myself over the other side, because it actually wasn't as heavy as I was anticipating. There we go. Does sound a bit rattly, doesn't it, when it's on idle? Right, now let's go on function. And let's go to solo load. So we've got for one person luggage. Oh, I can feel it rising. And now we'll do it for 2 people and luggage. Right, yeah, so the seat height has changed. I'm very much on my tiptoes. I can feel it moving upwards, going up. I've just noticed. Hang on. USBs. 12 volt. Adjustable levers. Alright, that's good. Handguards as well. Sorry, I'm digressing here from the suspension. But that is super tall. So, yeah, I think we shall revert back to punk-ass solo ride setting. There we go. Just felt it lower. That's good. And we'll start the ride with suspension in standard, the electronic suspension in standard. So, and hopefully it'll be a nice starting point against the sport suspension or sport damping and the comfort damping. Right, let's get going, guys. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, we've got a radar at the back. We don't have a front radar. Alright, so let's rev it a little bit. Pretty sure this is a 50. Oh man, it's so hot. This is like abroad levels of heat. I feel like I've got a sweaty belly button and I don't wish that on anybody. Alright, so the screen is in its tallest setting. Now actually, maybe my little dead cat is an indicator of wind blast. Can you see it blowing quite crazy? Because even in the tallest setting, it does direct the wind straight to my face. So, I mean, if you're a little bit taller than me, I'm 5'4", yeah, it like kind of just hits your neck, whereas it's hitting me smack bang in the face. So I've been riding this for an hour already, so I've formed some opinions. The sport mode on this, pleasant. Oh, look at that view! Did not expect to be telling you that the sport mode throttle on a CFMOTO would be nice, but it actually is, much to my surprise, because like I'm very sensitive to a janky throttle, to a snatchy throttle, and to me it can make or break a riding experience. And I do often find a lot of Chinese bikes, and even a lot of the CFMOTO range, have a snatchy throttle. Like my CFMOTO 800MT that I bought, that's got a bit of a snatchy throttle. I did report that I found the 675NK throttle to be a little bit snatchy. And then even on the 1000 MTX, that was a bit snatchy as well, but that was something that as you rode it more, it was more livable. Like, you got to understand the bike a bit better and you could ride it in a way that you weren't consciously thinking about it. But with this, sport mode, from the offset, fabulous. Really, really impressed with the throttle and the fueling of this bike. We've got some good tyres on it as well, as standard. Like usually with Chinese motorcycles, you get Chinese tyres. We've actually got some Michelin Anarchy Adventures. I have a lot of faith in that rubber. Oh, what a road to be stuck behind a big old HGV, gosh darn it. Heated seats and heated grips. Am I going to have to suffer for the cause? Because honestly, I'm melting. It's disgusting. It's not good, guys, but I have to test it, don't I? Because if I don't test it, you guys don't know if they're any good. So we're going to put it on medium, and then the seat heating, again, we're going to put that on medium too. So you don't have long with that function button. That's definitely a bit of a downfall of this bike, a bit of a negative, because a lot of it is, you can do it on the bars, very, very easy. I just wish it gave you more time to do it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, that was a national and that looked good. God damn. Oh, heated grips, I can definitely feel that they're working already. And the heated seat is toasting the flaps. Oh god, right, the heated grips work. The heated grips work. And the heated seat work. Oh god, I hate to report, because it's probably the hottest day of the year I've experienced in the UK. But you can see with the little symbols there that they're on. Now, if you've got the CFMOTO app, of course you can connect to it, but Last time when I set it up, I got here to Smalley Cross Motorcycles in Derbyshire quite early. It was quite relaxed, had a lot of time to fanny around and sort things out. But this time, I just wanted to get on the road, get ripping, get riding. Right, let's look at that! Engine at the front, do you see that V-twin? That was wicked. I don't know if this guy needs to swing out. Oh, finally! Free! I'm free! Dobby is free! Master has given Dobby a sock. Dobby is free! So, we just need to try and find some nationals, don't we? Because what is this? Anyway, one thing that I would like to say about the riding experience of this. When I left the dealership and you're hit with a first solid impression, I was very, very impressed. Comfort is high on the priority with this bike for sure. The seat is plush. It feels like riding a cloud. I would say ergonomically, like seat comfort and like how the bars are, it's kind of reminding me a little bit of a F900 GS Adventure without the preposterous height and top heavy feel. Let's see what it's like going up and down the box at very, very low revs. We're just above 2,000 RPM. 5th, 6th, fine down, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, up, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Great, no complaints. Because this has got the electronic suspension, to me it's more of like a tourer than an off-roader, hence the 19-inch front that it's got. It's so nicely balanced. It does make just slow creeping through very heavily congested towns like this absolute light work. Yeah, this has not been well planned by me today. I thought Monday I'll have the roads to myself. I soon determined that was a lie. Oh, I'm literally stuck to my jacket. So, standard suspension is actually really nice. You just go over bumps, like I'm trying to hit the manholes and the potholes. And just, honestly, it's not too firm or not too soft. I guess that's the nature of a standard, so sorry for stating the obvious there. But let's go to comfort. So as we can see, it's got a C there now. So comfort, this is actually probably quite a good road to test the comfort suspension on because it's a bit lumpy and it's a bit bumpy. But you can just feel that softness. So I'm just purposely aiming for all the bits that have got white on the floor where they've highlighted some potholes or some dodgy tarmac. Oh, look at this, my dream. Same for that. Oh, it glides over it. Absolutely glides over it, right. So now let's go for sport. So now it says S for sport. Oh, let's try and find some more potholes, or at least bumps, lumps and bumps. Oh, okay. But no, you could definitely feel the difference, 100%. Comfort and sport are actually night and day. That surprised me. Seems like everywhere I turn today I get stuck behind a bloody HGV! Ah! To stand up on, very, very comfy, beautiful riding position. Here we go. Have I just found myself a national? Crikey O'Reilly. And one with essential res. Even better. Honestly, really, really pleasant bike to ride this. So pleasant. Genuinely very much enjoying it. At national speed, which the Audi is not doing. The mirrors are a little buzzy, but still enough to see what's going on behind you. Vibrations of the bike, honestly, they're not offensive at all. I'm very sensitive to vibrations. I find that they really bugger me up after a day's riding. I'm not feeling any of my telltale signs that a bike's too vibrating. Like, I don't feel like I've got springs in my fingers. Oh, honestly, it's really, really nice. It's so nice. It's just lovely. It's comfortable. It feels like you're nice and upright, loads of leverage. I think it probably feels about right, if not a little, you know, lacking on horsepower, probably because of the weight. You know, it does have quite a strong kg number. It's 231 wet, but it does give it a nice planted, firm and stable feeling when actually attacking the twisties. Now at a constant like 50 mile an hour, 4,000 RPM, there is that little bit of a back. Whoa, look at that! Bit of a like a high pitch frequency noise that comes from the bike. It's emitted from the bike. Let's try it in rain mode. Shut the throttle off, put it in rain. I mean, I don't think it's a very sporty or urgent bike, so actually riding it in rain mode is fairly nice, fairly pleasant. Wave at the biker. Yes! I do have no idea where the hell I go, 'cause my GPS signal has dropped out. I am aware that Smalley Cross closed at 5 o'clock. Right, so we've actually got some twisty roads that seem to be relatively untarnished, like no cars in front of me. What's going on? So this is a 50, so we've got the cruise control set. And we're just having a nice little flow around these roads since we've got average speed cameras at 50 mile an hour. But one thing that I can say about how this bike handles is it does flow really, really nicely, and it is really, really lovely. So I think I've said all that I want to say about this bike, so let's take it to the outro. Right guys, I've got back to Smalley Cross Motorcycles in the nick of time. Honestly, I've had GPS phone issues and yeah, it's been an effort to get back today, but I'm here, I'm in one piece, and most importantly, I'm mega impressed. Very, very impressed with this bike. And it's not even a good bike for £8,698. It's just a good bike, full stop. Now obviously I can't speak for, you know, like a longevity perspective. I can't talk about the electrics after a certain amount of time, or, you know, after so many rainy days in the UK, because I have just taken it out for 5 hours to have a play about on it. But what I can say is it's a very, very good bike. Looks chunky, looks intimidating, you know, maybe at a glance from a weight perspective, from a height perspective. It's genuinely not that bad at all. Now, a key standout feature for me on this, absolutely the suspension. It's not just suspension for suspension's sake of it. It actually does what it says on the tin. The different preload settings, solo rider, rider with luggage, pillion and rider, pillion, rider and luggage. You do feel it go up and down, which is good obviously. But the standout feature is the damping on this bike. Comfort. I could just live in comfort. Oh, it's just wonderful. Just floaty-like almost. And then sport, it's not jarring, but it is firm, and it does give you that firmness if you want to push on a little bit. So yeah, and the standard is just like a neutral, like generic suspension damping setting, and just, it's not too firm, it's not too soft, it's just lovely. So I can confirm that the electronic suspension on this bike is definitely good. The cruise control has worked brilliantly. In fact, there's quite a few pros and cons, so I'm going to pop them on the screen now just while I talk about the bike. So feel free to digest them, and if you've got any questions, just ask. But it's absolutely insane. I think the nearest competitor to this bike is a BMW F800 GS in terms of power output and kind of like engine similarity and all that jazz. Now, I tried to go on the BMW configurator to get a price of the bike, but at the time that I checked, it said that the configurator was down, so it wouldn't give me one. But what I did find was that the DESA, the like dynamic electronic suspension, is an optional extra. So you've got to pay more if you want that, whereas with this, it comes with it. And then you've got the other bikes in the market, like the Tiger 900 GT Pro, that's got, you know, the electronic preload and stuff like that. You've got, again, the BMW system, you've got Ducati Multistrada V2S for that electronic suspension, but that's 17 grand. This, just under 8,700. Honestly, cracking bike for its money. Yeah, there's a few little niggles, there always is, but genuinely impressed. And I think if you were to test ride this, you would also be equally impressed. But if you do, or you have test ridden this, let me know what you think about it in the comments. But yeah, they've got a winner. They've got a winner with this bike on the hands. Oh, that was nearly a crash. And on that note, that dramatic note, I love you guys and leave you. But yeah, very, very good bike. And once again, a massive thank you to Smalley Cross Motorcycles in Derbyshire for trusting me with this bike and letting me keep it till lock-up time. Oops. And yeah, if you are in the market for a CFMOTO Royal Enfield, definitely check these guys out. Like I say, independent, family-run company, loveliest guys, just brilliant. Strong Google testimonials, they won't let you down. All right guys, on that note, I'll catch you on the next vlog. Bye.